The following video contains discussions and scenes which may not be suitable for sensitive viewers. Discretion is advised. You've been warned. 17-year-old Bianca Devins was a lady from Utica, New York, born on October 2, 2001. She was described by those who knew her as a beautiful, nerdy, and loving girl who loved anime and drawing. But at the same time, she was known to be shy and with a lot of sadness. You see, her childhood and the environment she grew up with were rather complicated to say the least. At the age of 9, her parents split up, with her mom filing multiple domestic incident complaints against her dad. She and her sister Olivia ended up living together with her mom. When Bianca entered middle school, she began having issues with her mental health, suffering from borderline personality disorder, anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. At some point, Bianca cut off communication with her friends and refused to come to school. She also had self-destructive behavior. Once, she ran in front of a car when being searched by the police after running from home. She had to be placed in mental health facilities and was even placed on house arrest at some point. Despite the struggles, she spurred on and graduated from high school at 17 and was looking forward to studying psychology in college. During these troubled times, she found refuge on the internet. Unlike in the outside world, Bianca was quite popular online. Granted, she wasn't exactly a celebrity, but she did have quite a following, especially on Instagram. Before her death, she had around 2,000 followers. She would make different identities for herself to suit the communities she was engaging with. But most notably, she frequented 4chan, specifically the R9K board. The board was initially intended for posting original content, but over the years, it evolved into a hub populated by loners, NEETs, and most controversially, the incel community. And for those who are not familiar, incel stands for involuntarily celibate, usually pertaining to men on the internet who believed they couldn't establish relationships with women, hence the acronym. Bianca was known as an e-girl. It's a slang term for young girls online with interest in gaming and anime. These girls tend to embrace aesthetics inspired by emo style and anime. The likes of Bianca tend to attract male followers, also known as orbiters, who often send them gifts in exchange for favors, which sometimes extend to explicit photos. While Bianca reportedly never identified herself as an e-girl, she tended to be more open with people online than in the outside world. One of those people was a guy named Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark had a troubled upbringing. He had an abusive father who would regularly hurt his mother out of suspicion of cheating on him. He once held his mother at knife point for 10 hours. Because of this, Brandon's father was sent to prison. Due to unrelated charges, her mother was also arrested, leaving him in the hands of foster care. Like Bianca, Brandon was a nerdy kid who got obsessed with things that interested him, like Pokemon. He developed an obsession for Lolicon, a genre of manga featuring cute young girls who were sometimes depicted erotically. The name itself originated from Lolita complex, which refers to attraction toward young girls. The same thing goes on for Brandon. According to his friends, he was texting a 12-year-old girl when he was 17. Despite his weird interests, Brandon was known to be a charming and courteous guy. Bianca met Brandon on Instagram back in April 2019. Shortly after Brandon followed her, they quickly developed a friendship, and eventually they met in person. Brandon even met Bianca's family and attended her graduation party. As far as Bianca's mom was concerned, her daughter's new friend was a nice kid. Before we continue, let us know if you like what you see so far by giving us a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, as it would really help a lot in making this channel grow. Thanks a lot. Let's dive back in, shall we? Imagine a guy obsessing over a popular girl online, hopeful that one day his idol would at least notice him. And then, against all odds, she did. Brandon was the lucky guy. But the thing is, he was Bianca's orbiter. He was so fixated on her, he wanted to bring their relationship to the next level. Weirdly, he would even refer to himself as Bianca's boyfriend. According to Bianca's friend, she would sometimes receive creepy, obsessive messages from the guy. Despite the advances, Bianca made it clear that she didn't want a relationship. Her mom shares the same opinion with her. Bianca was about to embark on another stage in her life, college. Unfortunately, it wasn't bound to happen. On July 13, 2019, Bianca and Brandon went out to see Nicole Dollanganger's concert at Queens, New York. This was a big deal for Bianca since it was the first time she was allowed to attend one. She was also going to meet Alex, a guy she met at Discord. And since Brandon seemed like a trustworthy guy, Bianca's mom allowed them. This is where everything went downhill. Bianca kissed Alex during the concert. On Discord, she chatted with her online friends using the handle Bia, and based on this screenshot, she seemed so giddy. However, Brandon saw the kiss, which angered him. During the return to Utica, he confronted Bianca about the kiss. Although she apologized for the ordeal, she reminded him that they weren't in a monogamous relationship. Brandon began assaulting her, slicing her throat multiple times to the point of nearly decapitating her head. But unlike typical murder stories, he didn't cover up and flee the scene of the crime. Instead, he posted stories on Instagram, including a photo of Bianca's corpse. And if that wasn't enough, he shared photos of Bianca's slain body on Discord saying, "Sorry, you're gonna have to find somebody else to orbit." About an hour after Brandon's Discord post, the Utica Police Department got bombarded by calls reporting the murder. Brandon himself called 911 and spoke the following words: "My name is Brandon. The victim is Bianca Michelle Devins. I'm not going to stay on the phone for long because I still need to do the suicide part of the murder-suicide." As it turned out, he intended to kill himself as well. When the police arrived at the scene, Brandon stabbed himself in the neck. He survived his injuries and was charged with second-degree murder, to which he pleaded guilty. This year, Brandon Clark was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Unfortunately, this is not where the horror ends. Hashtag RIP Bianca became trending on social media, which was understandable as the netizens tried to express their sympathy over Bianca's death. What's disturbing is that Brandon's Instagram story remained viewable for more than 20 hours, albeit with a sensitive content filter. While Instagram deactivated his account about a day after the murder, it was too late. Gruesome images of Bianca's body spread like a wildfire all over the internet. Instagram cracked down on these photos, but users edited the photos, cropping and sandwiching them between innocuous photos to evade detection. Netizens ranted about the inability of social media platforms to prevent the spread of the images. Some users tried reporting accounts that reposted the photos, but Instagram ended up doing nothing, since said accounts allegedly didn't violate their guidelines. Even more sickening is that some people tried capitalizing on her death. Since the murder, Bianca's Instagram account swelled from 2,000 followers to over 100,000. Brandon's account also gained a considerable following prior to deactivation. People spammed the comment section, either in a bid to gain followers or simply to advertise their products. In exchange for likes and follows, others tried luring people, promising to share the photos. A lot of fake fundraising campaigns popped out as well. But perhaps the most horrifying of all is Bianca's family's trauma from seeing her dead body on social media for days. On the other hand, the internet fought back. Netizens urged each other to report offensive content. Moreover, they flooded feeds with photos of pink clouds, animals, flowers, and other containing the hashtag #PinkCloudsForBianca, in memory of Bianca. This was also an effort to combat the horrific photos. While it's nice to see people online rallying for a good cause, the murder of Bianca Devins exposed a massive problem with the internet. Given the number of online users these days, it's hardly surprising that social media companies are having difficulty cracking down on content. That's despite how much their algorithms had advanced over the years. Moreover, people could still get away with doing almost anything online. At the end of the day, the internet is pretty much like a lawless jungle, so extra care is a must. What do you think must be done to prevent these things from happening again? Share your thoughts on the comment section below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications to get front row seats to watch Canon's mind-blowing videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.